You know, if you've ever made any type of film, you know that there's a lot of waiting and sitting around, and when you've got creative people in an enclosed room and it's really warm, folks get up to some hijinks and hoopla. So this next piece, courtesy of Vox Fabuli, is a piece actually inspired by the last episode that we shot, An Odd Duck. I want to welcome to the stage the members of Vox Fabuli and their new staged reading of José and The Hawk.
To his knees as they loaded the subdued, sweaty criminal into the back of their gleaming white cargo. They paused to watch the sunset into a blaze of creamsicle clouds. Another day ended, another day saved. That seemed about right. Of all the ham-handed, overwrought pieces of garbage.
The captain slams the thick sheath of paper she's been reading down onto her desk, snapping José and The Hawk back into the reality of her office.
I swear to God, you two, what do you think this is, NaNoWriMo? Do you know how long a normal report is?
Double or single space?
One page. Usually not a full one. Who do you think has time to read all this? I swear, you two couldn't write a normal report if you were sitting in an Applebee's in the middle of Illinois.
We just don't want you to run into any surprises.
Speaking of surprises, normally I would be surprised when a routine vehicle mobilization turned into a fistfight. But somehow, with you two involved, I'm not. All right. Listen up. I've got another case for you. There's a vandalism situation I want you to check out over in Calorie Pear Park. And do this one by the book. You know what the neighborhood's like.
Yeah, I'm not sure I meet the dress code.
You mean that's not your formal cardigan?
All right. Get out of here, turkeys.
Hey.
Sorry, Hawk.
José and The Hawk exit.
Wait a minute. Cargos don't have back seats.
Scene 2, the exterior of Rebecca's house. Day. We see a swastika scrawled in uneven brown streaks on the side of a house. On the meticulously cared for green lawn below are several syringes and piles of poo.
When did you spot this, Mrs. Weinstig?
It was here this morning when I came to grab my new root spin.
Do you have any enemies around here?
Oh, I don't think so. This is a nice neighborhood.
This neighborhood is going to hell in a handout basket.
Phil pops his head over the fence on one side of Rebecca's yard.
Friend of yours?
That's my neighbor, Phil.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, Rebecca, but you can see for yourself that touchy-feely stuff is a load of crap.
What's he talking about?
We got a tiny home village in the neighborhood last November. Phil here was pretty vocal against it.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
All those people know how to do is trash and destroy stuff.
So you think someone from the camp did this?
Well, seems pretty obvious to me, but what do I know? I'm just a taxpayer.
Phil exits. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I'd hate to think it was someone from here. I'd hate to think any of my neighbors could do this. I don't even like looking at it. I'd like to Just get started clean as soon as possible.
You seem pretty shaken up.
I'm Jewish, so I take shit like this pretty seriously.
We can let you clean up just as soon as we get some photographs. Hawk?
A head pops over the fence on the other side of the yard. Nice day for it.
For cleaning up hate graffiti?
Get the samples while you're at it, Hawk. Hello, ma'am. I'm Detective José Callahan from Queen City PD. Don't mind my partner, Detective Hawkins there. She takes crime very, very personally. We were hoping we could ask you a few questions.
Of course, officer. I'd be glad to help in any way I can. I'm so sorry, Rebecca.
Thank you, Doralee.
Have you lived here long?
All my life. This is a nice neighborhood. We take a lot of pride in our property values, and Rebecca is such a nice lady. That's why this is such a shame after the way she advocated for them to have them go and do something like this.
Ask her if she saw anything last night.
I've got it under control, Hawk. Them being...
Oh, those people in the tent city. Though I don't know what kind of people would do something like this. Let me know if you want to borrow our power washer, Rebecca, huh?
Thanks, Doralee.
Doralee exits. Jose crosses back.
Would someone who just moved into the neighborhood know that you were Jewish?
Yeah, do you put up Hanukkah lights or something?
No, I tried that a few years ago, but they were still up at Purim and it was just embarrassing.
Thanks for your help. We'll be in touch.
Jose and the Hawk walk out of Rebecca's yard over to their car to go.
Something doesn't smell right about this.
No kidding.
Hands Jose the sample bags.
Here, hold these. What was that with making me get the samples anyway?
What's the problem?
Sterile gloves. They have 5 fingers. Do you have any idea how awkward that is for me? Let's just hurry up and get this stuff to the lab.
And then I guess we need to go check out that homeless village.
Scene 3, the camp, day. Jose and the Hawk approach a kitchen tent just inside the gate of the homeless camp.
Well, hi there. Are you here for the work party?
Isn't work party an oxymoron?
Actually, we're looking for whoever's in charge around here.
Well, that's me for most purposes. I'm Tony, the village CEO.
We're Jose and the Hawk with Queen City PD.
I know, is there a problem?
One of your neighbors was vandalized.
And they think that someone here did it.
Actually not. Some of the other homeowners did suggest it.
Oh, let me guess. You know those homeless are like. They all want to break your windows and smoke crack in your basement.
Or shoot up on your lawn.
Shows Tony a picture of the crime scene on her phone.
You know, the needles make it unlikely to be someone from here. I mean, we have a pretty strict drug policy. And when does this happen?
Sometime last night.
Last night was our 2nd annual muffin bake-off. You know, I can't say for 100% sure, but I don't think anyone left the village last night.
Would you mind keeping your ears open?
Oh, no problem. It's in our interest that you catch whoever did this.
Thanks, Tony.
Jose and the Hawk walk out of the camp and down the sidewalk to their car. The Hawk's phone rings.
Hawk here. Hey, Don. You have anything for me? Uh-huh. Wow. Really? Okay. Thanks, Don. Jose says hi. Don in the lab said the stool analysis contained a lot of something called royal black quinoa.
Sounds like a question for Otis 6.
Jose pulls out his phone and texts.
She also said the syringes we found have traces of botulinum toxin type A.
That stuff rich white ladies injecting to their faces to make their wrinkles disappear?
Bingo.
Otis 6 says, the very deckest of the ancient drains. You have to pile up a lot of kale to cart RBQ back to your domicile.
So it's rare and it's expensive? Looks like we've got a rat in the ivory tower.
Maybe they'll be scampering around again tonight.
Scene 4, across the street from Rebecca's house, night. Jose and the Hawk are hiding in a hedge. The Hawk is looking at Rebecca's house through binoculars.
Would you give me that already? You don't even need them. What do we have here?
We see a prowler creeping along a fence at the edge of Rebecca's yard. Jose and the Hawk look at each other. On one impulse, they both jump to their feet and take off running after the prowler. The prowler sees them and tries to escape. The Hawk gets in front of the prowler and gives him a quick karate strike to the stomach. Jose comes up behind the prowler to give him a second strike on the back of the neck, and the prowler goes down.
The hell are you doing?
That's our line, buddy.
I was trying to catch the pissant who messed with Rebecca's house.
Why didn't you watch out for them from your own yard?
Damn privacy fence. I can't see a thing through it.
A sudden noise makes all three whirl around.
We need to see what's going on in there. Hawk?
Fine, but you're gonna owe me big.
The hawk flies up into the air so she can see over the fence.
What's that all about?
Hawk's not a big fan of heights. Can you see anything?
Settling back to the ground,
Whoever they are, they're alone. If we want to catch them in the act, we should go now.
Phil makes several hand gestures that look like a cross between Hollywood-style Black Ops and a third base coach. Jose and the Hawk stare at him and they roll their eyes and go barreling over the fence into Rebecca's yard. Ah! Jose and the Hawk put their flashlights revealing Doralee, several Pyrex containers, and fresh brown streaks on the house. Jose quickly grabs Doralee and puts handcuffs on her. Oh!
Hello again, ma'am. You seem to have misplaced your house. You live one over.
Get your hands off of me, how dare you!
How dare you, Doralee? Rebecca's your name.
You should be thanking me! I was doing this for our good, all of us. I was saving the neighborhood.
With poo paintings?
If you want to clean up, sometimes you have to get your hands a little dirty.
Oh, I'd call this more than a little dirty. Now get moving.
They exit. Scene 5, the homeless camp, a few weeks later.
Oh, you guys, thank you so much for coming by to entertain the kids for Ocean Fest.
Our pleasure. Plus, Jose here loves any excuse to dress up as Keith, the Puerto Rican pirate.
So how's your shiny new volunteer working out?
Oh, she's doing great. You know, I think she maybe even learned something.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah, just today she brought us this pie she made. Do you want some?
Wait, that's not a chocolate pie, is it?
Oh.
Sure. I'm going to be spending the rest of my weekend at Crypticon.
Doing what, Rachel?
I have a film called Manos, the Hands of Felt.
Woo!
Thank you.
Are you all familiar with Manos, the Hands of Fate? One of the worst perpetration of cinematic.
Yeah, 71 minutes of pure, horribly boringness.
But it inspired you, though. It inspired you.
Of course it did.
All right.
Why choose something good? So I turned it into a puppet musical.
Right.
Why not?
And then you translated it to video.
Yes. Thanks to 768 Kickstarter backers. Thank you. It's a movie, and so it's getting screened at Crypticon on Sunday.
And you kind of like spun this into a cottage industry, right? You met the lady who was the daughter of the guy who originally created Manos, Hands of Fate.
Yes.
Yes.
She was the daughter of the master, the bad guy with the giant robe with the red hands on it. Yeah.
And then that evolved into the project you're working on now, which is
Manos Returns, a sequel. Manos, the Hands of Fate. Someday I'm gonna write something based on a good son. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Rachel Jackson, everyone.